Welcome to tonight's episode of Beyond Focus TV. I'm your host, Lydia Patel, and this evening I have a very special guest for you, Robert Ceran, who's the VP and co-founder of KOD. He's with me for the next 30 minutes, so he'll be with us. Keep it right here. You're watching Beyond Focus TV. Beyond Focus TV allows you to discuss contemporary topics affecting the Caribbean people on both a national and local level. The show features informed guests who offer insight, debate, and evaluate various issues. Beyond Focus TV builds on the station's mission to provide useful information to the Caribbean people in New York and abroad. Beyond Focus TV, where our viewing audience can get educated, informed, and empowered. Welcome back. You're watching Beyond Focus TV. I'm your host, Lydia Patel, and tonight my guest is none other than Robert Ceran. He's the VP and co-founder of KOD. Robert, welcome to Beyond Focus TV.
Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. So let's get straight to it. I know KOD has been doing a lot of work for Haiti, and which is important. A lot of important work. But first, why don't you tell us about your background and how you got involved?
Well, my background, I emigrated to the United States at the age of 14, involved in athletics and college, computers. Then ended up in Ohio, got married, of course. Decided, based on the logistical things in the medical field, to propel the business side of it. Came up with concept of Ceran Medical Computer Services in order to give the physicians an opportunity not to be overtaken, especially by the accounting process. They ended up going to Kansas City to take an accounting degree, work for H&R Block and Cincinnati IRS division in order to do taxes and incorporate into quarterly payroll taxes. And ever since then, for the last 20 years, been doing both medical computer service business with accounting as part of it. Along the way, with some entertainment, having my younger brother a musician and playing congas and things of that nature, eventually led us to Monvelino Alexis, and his concept of a mission to work with the Haitian community and do business in a different fashion.
Absolutely.
Having bought into the plan and kind of made it our own, so to speak. Then we've been honing on the crafting of it. We still have a long way to go. We still have certain things that are not in place, but eventually we'll get to that promise.
So how is it for you to compare the two? Basically, you could say you have almost two distinct professions, because accounting is different from the medical field, of course. But how do you manage to keep that bridge together? Because even though they're different, there's still a lot of similarities.
Yeah, they're interwoven, especially when you go into the medical billing aspect of it and the codes that are being used. Accounting is crunching numbers, where the medical side, as far as billing, you use numbers for both diagnosis and procedures. So in order to put the two and you attach a fee schedule, which is also numbers, then it kind of works its way through.
Do you have a preference of which one you prefer? Or you love them both?
Love them both, incorporate them both, and love working with numbers. Therefore, computers definitely, especially what the internet has become.
Absolutely. Now, KOD, let's get into that, because a lot of people at home, for those who may not even be aware, let's bring them up to speed.
Well, KOD, of course, KOD stands for strings and PO for skins. And in music, you use guitar strings and skins for drums. Therefore, you put it together. And that was Monvelino's theme, especially that's his project, KOD project. And I believe he had one back in 1989 when it began.
Oh, wow. Well, that's very interesting. There's meaning behind it, which is very, very deep. So I'm sure it's been around for approximately how many years exactly?
Well, Monvelino started it, but my business partner and I, we merged with him, and we actually got it off the ground last year.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So 1 full year in service doing that. How's the last year been for you?
Very challenging, but very promising and good. And KOD has been doing not so much for itself the last year, more for others, but now it's beginning to bridge itself into the community and outer community in order to put itself where it needs to.
Absolutely. So what are some of the services that KOD is doing?
Well, one of the services that Kodakpo offers is to take, I hate to use this word, but Haitian business in a different arena, changing the way Haitians do business. In fact, that's one of the core missions of Kodakpo, but also incorporating different cultures, but not losing the Haitian culture. In other words, incorporating Haiti into what we do. We have individuals of other backgrounds and other culture. Well, bring them to Kodakpo, then they incorporate themselves into Kodakpo, not so much the other way around.
So what are some of the other countries that you're working with currently?
Well, we have, besides Americans, we have Trinidadians, and we have other Haitians. Yeah, and we have some of the people on the sideline who want to work with us, but I'm not going to say we're not inclusive. We want to be, but we have to be very careful how we approach it.
Absolutely. Now, we all know as West Indians, and we include Haiti in that, of course, we're all Caribbean people. What are some of the mindsets that you're actually trying to, I won't say change, but improve?
Yeah. I'll let you be politically correct, but change is a good word. People don't like change, but it has to change. And that's why we say changing the way we do business, especially as Haitians. For example, punctuality and time. That's big.
There's Haitian time, Trini time, Black time, Jamaican time. I think every island has their time.
Yeah.
But yes, that is a problem.
Yeah, pretty much every nationality has their time, as you say. But for example, you go watch a movie starts at 7, you're not there. Forget the commercials. If you're not there by that time, it starts without you. So that time waits for no one.
Absolutely. And in, so to speak, the professional world, it does not wait for anybody. So if you buy a movie ticket, and that's a great example, if you buy a movie ticket and you show up and there's an hour left of the movie while you've just lost your 2 hours, they're not going to rewind it just for you.
No.
So that's something that I think in many communities is a problem with that. What's another thing that you are trying to change?
Well, the other thing we're changing is incorporating other people within the concept of Kodakpo and giving them a platform where they can excel without us being visible.
Okay. Now, what about the concept, some people say, oh, you can't get all Haitians together, or you can't get all of one culture together to do business?
Well, it's tough, but that's not true. Again, you have to be change. As long as they can accept change and they can accept Kodakpo's concept, we feel we can work with anyone. And we actually do work with anyone. And there's so many things that we do. In fact, you have to tell us what you need so that we can tell you what we do.
Absolutely. So right now, are you looking to branch out and expand Kodakpo over time? What are some of the projects that you have in mind?
Well, eventually we will. We have a big event that will happen the weekend of June 26 to 29 in Chicago, Illinois. It's part of the Health and Wealth Caribbean Weekend, and eventually more will be forthcoming about it, but it's being set. My partner and I are working with Nicole Claude of the Nicole Claude Show in Chicago, putting together, and Monvelino of Kodakpo will be performing at the closing concert.
Okay, well that's very good. Well, hold that thought. We'll be right back. And of course, if you do want to sponsor a segment of Beyond Focus TV, simply send us an email at info@beyondfocusmedia.com. I'm Lydia Patel. We'll be right back. You're watching Beyond Focus TV. Welcome back. I'm Lydia Patel, and you're watching Beyond Focus TV. I've got Robert Ceran with me, who is the VP and co-founder of Kodakpo, right here with me for the next 30 minutes. Now, Robert, we were talking about a lot of great things that Kodakpo has been doing, even though you've been only hands-on with this new venture, you could say, relatively for about a year. It's still an old concept, and we're bringing light on a lot of different things, bridging cultures together, which is great. Why don't you tell us about the members right now that you have?
Well, currently we have Monvelino Alexis, who's the CEO and founder of Kodakpo. He's a musician. We call him the artist. And at Kodakpo we call him Artist Panu. He's also a painter, and Monvelino has traveled the world. He has a type of music that has no genre. From jazz, any type of jazz, to reggae, including a tribute to Bob Marley, to world music, to some soft compala and cave, like c'est pas pour that, and some voodoo music is incorporated into his own brand of music.
That's really, really good.
Absolutely. And we also have the president of Kodakpo and co-founder, treasurer, Marjorie Dejour, who's also my business partner. And she has some recognition in her own right, which I'll introduce later. But she brings a flair of leadership to Kodakpo that Kodakpo would not have without her.
That's good. So right now, you would say you're a smaller team. Do you prefer to keep the main members as tight-knit as possible?
Absolutely. The three of us will always, so to speak, run the ship. But we have a lot of people in the background. We have people with their diverse talent who do grant writing and bring together some of the incorporation. For example, something we're working on, the Atlantic Frenetic and the Brooklyn Frolic, things of that nature, to keep it mainstream and maintain the Haitian focus.
Absolutely. So, Robert, why don't you tell us about some of the challenges? Of course, with any organization, anytime you're trying to reach the community, there's a lot of challenges. You're faced with different obstacles. Why don't you really let the viewers of Beyond Focus TV know about this?
Absolutely. The very first one is always funding. And we all know if you have the resources on your side, the sky's the limit. But there's a good thing also by not having all the resources in place, especially funding, because you're not skewing your vision. In fact, your vision can get bigger because you know you have to go after that piece of pie that's standing between you and not so-called the dream, but the vision and the mission.
True.
So we've incorporated some great ideas, and especially the president of Kodakpo, Marjorie Dejour, had an idea which was launched on January 31st, and she'll tell you more about it. That is really going to bring. We've already seen other people wanting to use that idea and take it away because they really, really enjoyed it. And Kodakpo has also given platform to an individual such as Katiana Andre of Madame Sarah with her Haitian coffee. She's attempting to distribute from the nonprofit organization La Tibonite, plus her own condiment that she brings forth, gourmet, and she did an excellent job last Friday at Brasserie Creole.
So that's really, really good. So even though there are challenges, of course, you know, we said the funding.
Right.
How do you flip that and make it a positive?
Well, because we don't concentrate on the dollar sign for ourselves especially, and we know the obstacles that we have, we find a way to go around it. And we know eventually if we stay on course and do what we need to do, especially the three of us together, then we will get to it. And then if, on the other hand, we were not to follow that particular premise, then we know what the outcome would be.
Absolutely. So it's one of those things, you just do what you have to do, persevere. What would you say would be the target financial number to keep afloat and to do the missions? What would you say would be a good number?
Not to shy away from numbers, but
since you are a number person,
I'll stick with a cool million. And the reason I'm saying a cool million, it can be to the infinite. There are so many ears and eyes and nose ready to go, and sometimes it's that million that makes them come to you. And then by them coming and with that million in place, then you can really give them the portal so that they can excel like you.
Absolutely. What's being done currently to promote Kodakpo?
Well, through various medium, such as, again, Marjorie Dejour will tell you a bit more, radio personality. We use the internet, we use text messaging, we use email, flyers, at events that we hold for Kodak program, performing at such places as Lacaille, Tonnelle, Kinam, the Haitian markets. And we also go outside of the Haitian markets because we think outside the box. And because he plays jazz and reggae, we can't just stay within the Haitian market. Therefore, we have other avenues where we provide pretty good announcement or advertising modality to bring the people out. And then we're also sticking to our concept. It's a 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. show, one Friday a month at Brasserie. So anyone who's not there at 7, you lose what we had in mind for you, because the theme changes every month. Although Margie came up with A Night to Remember, the journey continues.
Oh, well, that is quite interesting. Now, of course, this is something that for Haiti, everyone wants to try to build it and continue to make it grow and get back on the right path. Have you done any recent trips, or any of the members of the team visited Haiti recently?
No, we haven't, but Monvelino has done some travel all the way to Sweden in the month of November to represent Haiti at a cultural jazz festival in Sweden. But we do plan something huge in Haiti, but we're not sure when that's going to happen.
Now, what would you say needs to be done still? And there's so much organizations who try to help Haiti, promote Haiti. On your perspective, what do you think really needs to still be done over there? Being on the outside looking in.
I'm probably going to get myself in a little trouble, but I'm not going to shy away from it. The first thing we have to do with Haiti is eliminate corruption. Should we eliminate corruption, people come together honestly, therefore we could put Haiti back on the map it needs to be. When I saw coffee being produced in Lotibonite, and I saw the show that Madame Sarah posted last Friday at Brasserie, and other individuals doing other things. There's a nurse who's attempting to produce a clinic in Haiti for AIDS awareness. And Nicole in Chicago doing stress management, incorporating these individuals. But it cannot just happen here in the United States.
Right, it has to be collaborative.
There is a way to bring it into Haiti with order, and I would call it Share Haiti, because I've done a Share Kenya. That would be the same model to go into Haiti and help our Haitian population.
Well, I know you have your partner that's going to come up next. Why don't you give us her information?
Absolutely. Well, Marjorie Dejour is president, treasurer, and co-founder of KODACPO, and she is also the co-host of the Haitian Caribbean Connection show on 90.3 FM at Nassau.
So we'll have her up next?
Absolutely. So
all right. Stay with us. You're watching Beyond Focus TV. And we're back. You're watching Beyond Focus TV. I'm your host, Lydia Patel, and we're switching it up a little bit for this evening. That's right, we got a double interview. We've got his partner, Robert Ceran's partner, Marjorie Dejour, who's the president of KODACPO right here. He's going to finish off the last part of the interview. Marjorie, welcome to Beyond Focus TV as well.
Thank you so much for having us.
You're very welcome. Robert gave us such valuable information about what KODACPO is doing. As the president, why don't you share some insight as well?
Okay. Well, he was the perfect person to give that information because he's so hands-on. You know, he's like the heartbeat of KODACPO. So I really appreciate the work he's doing. As he said, you know, KODACPO, what we do primarily is we bring Haitian culture not only to Haitians, but also to the mainstream, you know, to everyone. So our events, our functions, our platform is all-inclusive. So, and we strive to do things differently, as Robert said, to do business differently. And I think it's a nice blend because we have a business background, Robert and I, and Moblino obviously is the artist. And it's very difficult to work with artists, okay? Yes. But that's where we come in. So that's why we work so well together, because we allow him to be the artist and do what he does best, and we do the business side, which is
what you all do best, of course.
Exactly.
Now these showcases, I'm going to call it a showcase because basically every month you change the concept and it's a night.
Right.
So please, because I want the Beyond Focus family to be able to come out and enjoy these shows as well.
Oh, okay. Well, we would love to have you and all your audience. A Night to Remember, and the journey continues. The reason why I chose that name, first of all, A Night to Remember, is because Marvelino is an experience. He really is. I always tell everybody I'm his biggest fan. I'm his biggest, and he'll tell you too if you ask him, I don't know who's your biggest fan. But the reason why is because he's so gifted. He's such a gifted artist. I mean, he sings, he plays instruments, he teaches music. He's an artist, painter. I mean, he's just so gifted. He's like Prince, you could say, a musical genius, you know? And so people have no idea what they're in for when they see him. And that's why I say it's a night to remember, because you're going to experience music on a level you probably haven't experienced it before. And then, secondly, Kodak Po, as an organization, what we do everything differently. So from our professionalism, and also we bring like a little flair of everything, because it's for the community as well. So we showcase Marvelino, we recognize people, we've given citations to people in the community, for their good work. I received a citation I didn't know about, so that was nice too. Right, that was nice, but I mean, I'm not, in it for that, of course, but we had like Madame Ceran and her coffee, so that's the work we do. Anything that's good, meaningful, powerful, we bring it to the community, because it's not about us. It's about what we can bring and how we can bridge the gap and bring people together.
Now, how's been the response in the community?
Oh, it's been positive, extremely positive. It's new. It's a new concept. And, so of course, like everything else, it takes time to take off. But everybody that has been there and experienced it loves it. From people who've seen Marvelino before, to people who've never seen Marvelino, to people who've just never been at a Kodak Po event. And we've had all different types of people there. So it's not just Haitians. A lot of Haitians, obviously, but everyone is welcome to come. And with the music he plays, it's all embracing.
Absolutely. So, and where do these events take place?
At Brasserie Creole in Queens, Cambria Heights. Everybody knows Brasserie Creole. It's 22702 Linden Boulevard in Cambria Heights. But if you say it to any Haitian, they know where it is.
They know where it is.
So we let everybody else know where it is, but Haitians know.
Now, of course, we want to get in contact with you. What is your Facebook, Twitter, or email? Okay,
well, Kodak Po Inc. At webs. Wait, I always get it mixed up. I'll get back to you on that one. It's kodakpoinc.webs.com. I just go, it's already favorite, so I don't even type it in, so. But that's our email. As far as Marvelino, it's marvelinoalexis.com. And we have bookingmarvelino@gmail.com as well. The primary numbers we use for contact numbers are 917-686-7891 or 559-708-6251. And those are the numbers that are usually on our flyers. Facebook, we have marvelinosalexis.com, and we also have Kodak Po Facebook, and obviously ours too. Of course. Because like I said, we do a lot of things, so.
So when is the next event that's coming
up? The next event, because the journey continues, it's on March 21st, and it's going to be from 7 to 10 p.m., as Robert said. And we start on time, and we end on time, which is a new concept for people too.
Tell me about it.
See, but again, we do things differently. Kodak Po strives to maintain that professionalism and excellence. And the reason why, because we want to give everyone a full show. We have so much to give you and so much for people to experience. So we wouldn't want to, start 2 hours late and then give you an hour and then call it a night.
Which is what typically happens.
Exactly.
Unfortunately. Exactly. So that's March 21st at Brasserie Creole.
Right. 7 to 10 p.m.
All right. So
and we ask people to come on time because you don't want to miss anything.
And admissions, any other details we should know about?
Oh, the main thing that I love to tell people about is that with the tickets that we sell, we actually have a dinner included.
Really?
A special dinner. So you get live entertainment and a dinner for that same price. And you know, it's amazing. It's really unheard of. And Chef George is a top-notch chef from a restaurant in Manhattan. So Bosque Creole is under new management. A lot of people don't know that. So it's very different, revamped, and they're still working on it. And it's going to be quite an amazing place when it's all said and done.
I'm sure it will
be. But the food right now is amazing.
The black rice?
Yeah. Oh yeah, he has everything, but it's not only the food; it's the presentation. It's like any fancy restaurant you'd go to in the city.
So it's like a sit-down dinner you'll be getting.
Oh yeah. You get an appetizer and a dinner, and it's not chicken wings and little finger foods. It's a dinner.
Well, everybody, you gotta come out to this. Mark your calendars, March 21st.
That's right.
Definitely the big date. It's called A Journey to Remember.
A Night to Remember. The journey continues.
The journey continues.
Yeah,
the journey continues.
Because the first one was A Night to Remember, A Journey You Won't Forget, and then now the journey continues.
Absolutely. So, and this is a monthly showcase?
Yes, it's monthly. It's on a Friday. Generally the third Friday of the month, but it's not. It depends on how many weeks. So that's why we don't say. But hard and fast, but usually around that time. This one was on the 21st. The next one will be on the 21st, March 21st.
All right, March 21st.
Yeah.
Well, Marjorie,
so we'll be waiting for you.
I am looking forward to it.
You'll be our special guest.
I think I'll have to come by, be your special guest on March 23rd.
Absolutely.
Marjorie Dejour with us, president of Kodak Po right here, and of course Robert Ceran, who is the VP and co-founder as well. I'm Lydia Patel. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget, if you want to sponsor a segment, send us an email at info@beyondfocusmedia.com. We'll be back again next week, same time, same place. Until then, you're watching Beyond Focus TV. Beyond Focus TV show wants and needs your feedback. Did we blunder? Please let us know so we can improve. Was the show helpful to you? Drop us a note so we can share the success with our staff members. Is there something you think we could do better? We welcome new ideas and new approaches to old ideas. Do you have a great suggestion? Let us know and we'll work on it. If you would like to share your comments anonymously, please send us an email at info@beyondfocusmedia.com. If you want to get in touch with the executive producer directly, send him an email at gene@beyondfocusmedia.com. We really look forward to hearing from you.